Illinois is the origin of extraordinary. The land-grant movement in the 1860s began as a concept, a belief that higher education is for the public good. And the breadth of the good to come from Illinois is nothing short of remarkable. From our very beginning, we have connected higher education to all segments of society in enormously important ways. The impact we have made on the world is undeniable and indelible. So welcome, each and every one of you. You are what makes our university a singular place of learning and creation. You, our students, our alums, our faculty, our research partners, and you, our Chicago community, the home of more Illini than any other place on earth. You are donors who makes so much possible. Today, we celebrate all we have achieved, and we begin to imagine what is yet to come. Wherever you are in this ever-changing world, you can't go a day without feeling the impact of innovations from Illinois. From the MRI to web browsers, from YouTube to affordable prosthesis, today and every day, ideas from Illinois change the world. I could not be more proud, more excited, more thrilled to share with you just a glimpse of what we have accomplished and what we aspire to achieve at Illinois. I know in the Midwest we tend to be a bit humble and hardworking. We don't usually shine a spotlight on our achievements, but today we're going to boast and we're going to brag. We're going to recognize the impact we have made, and we're going to share just a few of the truly remarkable things to come. From the day that we were founded, we insisted the world redefine the word impossible. With Illinois, one thing is always true. Our university is a singular place of extraordinary intersections. We see disciplines and inspiration, brilliant minds and aspirations coming together to create innovations every single day. We cure diseases and we relieve hunger. We will make big data smarter. We will inspire through our music. We will transform the humanities. We will build communities. We will revolutionize healthcare, and we will reimagine education. Tomorrow, with you, with Illinois, lives will be touched and changed, improved, and even saved. Tomorrow, we will change the world with you, with Illinois.
It is no ordinary work which we are set to do. And it comes to us under no ordinary circumstances. We are not here to reproduce in this new locality some old and well-known style of college or university. The hungry eyes of toiling millions are turned with mingled hope and fear upon us to see what new and better solution we can possibly offer of the great problems on which their well-being and destiny depend.
How did we get here? Someplace familiar and unexpected, all at once. And where do we go next? How about the ends of the earth? Or the origins of the universe? Or an underwater world unexplored? A world filled with creativity. A world filled with courage. Let's engineer the future of medicine And while we're at it, find a way to feed the whole world. For 150 years, we've made discoveries that have changed us forever. How do we match the greatness of that legacy and build a future filled with promise, with passion, with curiosity, with the support of hundreds of thousands, with you, with Illinois?
Hi, I grew up in this beautiful city in the Garfield Ridge neighborhood, just west actually of a neighborhood that I now spend a lot of time in, and that's Inglewood. Inglewood is a community dealing with the ravages of gun violence. However, it is also a community filled with resilient men and women who together support one another to build programs that foster education, safety, and health, even as they live in the echo of gun violence. So I'm a professor in African American Studies and Sociology, and I work with culturally rich and challenging African American communities such as Inglewood. In terms of my research questions, I wonder how living in a neighborhood that has so much chronic violence, how that impacts individuals' well-being. I also wondered about the impact on a much deeper level, on a biological or genomic level. Some of the women that I work with have tragically lost their children to gun violence, and for these mothers, the feeling of loss becomes just that, a visceral, physical manifestation of their pain and grief. The rates of post-traumatic stress disorder and depression symptoms among all the women in my study are high, around 50%. And the physical toll that it takes on their health is significant. We know that stress negatively affects our health, but I want to more deeply understand the connections between the chronic stress of loss, exposure to violence, and then women's physical well-being. I am collaborating with the director of the Illinois Carl Woese Institute for Genomic Biology, Gene Robinson, who pioneered the application of genomics to the study of social behavior. Through multiple research projects, he and I have collected blood samples from mothers in Inglewood to examine gene expression and to better understand how chronic stress influences the body's decision to turn one gene on, but not another. So we also have begun working with women in the community to track their heart rate, blood pressure, and sleep patterns. And we're monitoring and mapping physiological data with GPS location data, as well as violent crime reporting information. Ultimately, we're asking these questions: how far does the impact and damage of one bullet extend? Is it far beyond one body, one community, and even one nation? How do these experiences fundamentally change who we are? If social surroundings directly affect the ways in which our genetic makeup is expressed, how will future generations be shaped by our daily surroundings? At Illinois, we have the opportunity, indeed the responsibility, to use what we learned in our research to improve society. By asking difficult questions concerning the consequences of social inequality, and sharing our research experience, we seek to eradicate barriers between the community and the university. And with Illinois, it is my hope that this research improves the lives of Illinois residents and even impacts communities globally. Thank you.
At Illinois, we work to improve the human condition. We're creative, ambitious, and we've never shied away from a challenge.
And that's why our new Carl Illinois College of Medicine isn't an ordinary medical school. We're building a world-changing medical school with a world-changing curriculum. We're revolutionizing human health.
Brian and I are part of a team that's working together to build a curriculum that challenges students to use an engineering focus in medical education. Our students will graduate with technical expertise that will help them better treat patients. And as technology evolves over the next 20 or 30 years, our students will be trained to be at the forefront of those changes. For example, students will be prepared to lead the technical evolution of individualized healthcare, the use of nanotechnology, and molecular prosthetics.
At the core of our curriculum is a commitment to compassionate healthcare. Courses are developed with the patient in mind. Students will design, build, and use tools that can help them provide the best diagnostic care and the most comfortable treatment. Now, it may sound like the beginning of a joke, but a physician, an engineer, and a scientist walk into a room. But that's actually our approach to the design of every course that we offer. Every course is informed by experts in these 3 different areas so that the students benefit from a multitude of viewpoints.
These courses are case-driven with students working in teams, and they'll immerse themselves in clinical experiences from day one, thanks to our partnership with Carle Health Systems just down the road from campus. In the clinical years of our program, students will not only complete their rounds by the patient's bedsides, but also in our labs. And these courses will help provide a deep understanding of the gaps and opportunities in medical technology. And during engineering rounds, these students will begin to design solutions.
Another unique aspect of our program is our focus on systems analysis. We want our students to be able to not only evaluate individual patients, but to be able to evaluate healthcare systems themselves. Where are the points at which the system breaks down? What can we do to address the unique healthcare issues in rural communities, in large cities, in economically challenged neighborhoods?
Yeah. So we take a human-centered approach to innovation. The world really needs a medical school that can educate and prepare physicians to see both patients and possibilities. So we need ones who can look critically at technology and then improve, refine, and perfect it.
And in Illinois, we're uniquely positioned to educate these future physician-innovators. The Carle Illinois College of Medicine is being built on 150 years of courage, of ambition and commitment to improve the human condition. Our ability to collaborate across disciplines, to open our minds to new ideas, these are uniquely Illinois attitudes. For example, Ruby Mendenhall, who we just heard from, will be a part of a team spearheading our efforts to infuse medical humanities into our engineering-based curriculum. Or Jenny and me. I'm a clinical professor at the College of Veterinary Medicine with a focus on food-producing animals. So my research revolves around how we feed humans in a healthy and sustainable way.
And I'm a professor in bioengineering. My original research and training was in tissue engineering, but I've done extensive research into both medical and engineering education.
So both of us have designed curricula for other universities, and we're excited to be doing this work at Illinois. And together, and along with the talented faculty from 9 colleges at Carle, Illinois, we're building something extraordinary, something that none of us could do individually and accomplish in our own labs.
The last 50 years has brought unprecedented changes in technology, and technology's opened up both new possibilities and presented new challenges. Our borders, our politics, our economics have all changed, and we've added billions of people to the planet. So in response, we're educating extraordinary doctors who can leverage technology and find new ways to fight disease, heal our bodies, and strengthen our communities.
And this revolutionary approach of educating physicians is becoming a reality. And we're going to work with our students and our faculty to find solutions to the world's most pressing healthcare challenges. With Illinois, we're changing health education. Thank you.
This is where Paul started trying to cure cancer. This is where he failed 22,000 times. This is Pac 1, the compound that finally showed promise. This is where Paul met Tim, a veterinary oncologist. This is where PAC-1 stopped the tumor growth of dogs with cancer. And thanks to the courage of our canine patients, this is where we're performing clinical trials on humans. We can't wait to see where we'll go next with Illinois.
Illinois is a university of distinction, a place where a single drop of inspiration can nurture a kernel of innovation to grow into something unprecedented. Illinois is a university where, drop by drop, ideas compound into real solutions. A university that provides fertile ground for ideas to thrive. My name is Lucas Free. I'm a grateful recipient of scholarship support throughout my undergraduate and graduate years. In 2015, I went to a hackathon, a 3-day weekend put on by an Illinois student organization where over the course of 54 hours, teams formed ideas, refined, tested, and refined those ideas again, all in an effort to create a viable business startup. On my team was an engineering prodigy, a North Quarter, an East Coast New Jerseyan, Joseph Veracuti. And he thought, what if I could build a sensor that could impact people across the globe? Actually, Joey was a young engineering student at the time, possibly a prodigy, but he hated waiting on his laundry to dry. So he thought, what if I could build a sensor that would alert me when my clothes were dry? And then I, at this event, Central Illinois farm kid, ACES student, south side of the quad, heard his concept and thought, what if we could use this sensor to help feed the world? But actually, I was a recent ACES grad working on an MBA and thought, could this have a viable business application? Fortuitously, the result was all of the above. The result was our startup business, Amber Agriculture. And today we are creating new sensors and leveraging analytics to help farmers manage, protect, and market their grain more efficiently. Since launching at Illinois back in 2015, let me share our journey a bit. We spent 6 months prototyping in Shenzhen, China. We spent 6 months company building in Silicon Valley, and now we're on 3 months in our time here back in Chicago. It was always our intention to return to Illinois because if it's industry, if it's deep technology, if it was built in Illinois, it should grow in Illinois. Just this past January, we were named Best Startup at the world's largest tech show, CES in Las Vegas. And this past summer, we had our sensor held up in the chambers of the US Senate as a potential solution to stop fraudulent organic grain imports. Very niche, but very important. But most importantly, the last couple months, I've been going from farm site to farm site, deploying our tech, putting our product in the hands of farmers. Along our path of development, we've received outreach from farmers, grain processors, and grain companies across the Midwest, Canada, Brazil, Europe, Australia, and China. The potential benefit farmers in the food chain can have with this intersection of engineering and agriculture is truly profound. So, we actually could benefit people all around the globe. and we could help farmers feed the world, all with a really exciting business application. And this is what happens every day at Illinois. It's a place that connects students, faculty, across discipline, across backgrounds, locations, across different sides of the quad, to foster innovation, solutions to some of our greatest challenges. As for us, as for Joey's Laundry, who knows what this drop of an idea will ultimately flow into. Thank you.
Our achievements are remarkable. As you can see, at Illinois, we are finding solutions to the world's greatest challenges, whether we're connecting sociological research with genomics, transforming health education, or improving the world food supply. We are the state's flagship university. We serve the citizens of Illinois by translating knowledge into practical improvements in the way people live and work. For us, that means we need to be where the people of the state are concentrated. That means we need to be present right here in Chicago. And we recently have taken a couple of big steps to do just that. Our new Discovery Partners Institute and our new innovation partnership in Hyde Park with the University of Chicago both bring Urbana and Chicago closer together. These new programs will be catalysts for economic and social development. They will be the hub for startups and entrepreneurs, as well as new businesses and investments. These partnerships have the potential to transform everything from how we treat diseases to how we ensure our kids and their kids who will follow inherit a sustainable environment. These are the first steps to putting the greatest university in the world right in the heart of the greatest city in the world. From innovative partnerships to world-changing research to transformational education, that is what we have done for 150 years. With your support, we continue to elevate the values that make Illinois a distinctive and a sense of boundless aspiration, collaborative research, and global perspective. And we will continue to honor the people who have shaped the culture and the characteristics of this place. Our students, our faculty, our staff, our alums, our friends, and our donors. To ensure our future, we have embarked upon our most ambitious campaign to date, with the goal of raising gifts in support of Illinois students, faculty, research, and infrastructure. And thanks to hundreds of thousands of gifts to date, we are more than halfway toward our $2.25 billion goal. Those gifts come from supporters in all 50 states and over 100 countries around the world. And that includes our friends at PNC Bank, whose gift to the campaign has, in part, made this luncheon possible. So please give them a round of applause for being with Illinois. With you, with Illinois, I know we will achieve our goals, and together we will change the world. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you.